this evening. I hope we're all safe and warm and having a lovely weekend. And we've got you all in here tonight. We've got Helen, we've got Sandra, Joanne, Desi. I hope you found time to have some fun sewing. I did today. I did some sewing. Sue and Jane and Gail and Marg. And Margot says hi. She's working tonight, so she told me to tell you all hello. She sent me a message. So Margot says hi. Hi, Carol. How are you, sweetie? So yeah, hope you're all staying safe and well and warm. Hi, April and Barbara. Oh, we're all coming in. So yeah, so it's been a bit chilly. Look forward to Saturday. Oh, thank you, Sue. That's wonderful. I look forward to any day sometimes, but yeah, it's great getting in here and talking to you all. Don't forget, we've got Anne-Marie, Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. How are you, doll? Thank you. Yeah, so we've got all the everyone coming through. Oh, Jackie. We're all coming in here now. And Ruth, wow. So yeah, it's Weekend Workshop. And don't forget, all of the 3 S's that I have, subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of these live videos. And also, share all the posts. Share the posts on Facebook and Instagram, and stalk me on Instagram or Facebook. Hi, Di, how are you? So you can actually do that. A little bit warmer here tonight, but it gets chilly. During the day, it was a little bit warmer, but it gets really chilly overnight. So yeah, it's Weekend Workshop, and I'm going to do a 5-inch Pavers one tonight. Couple of things. Thanks. Sending back organza bags. They're starting to come back, so you'll get your vouchers for the value of the post. So thank you so much for all of those. Feeling a lot better than what I was on Wednesday night. It was just one of those drawn, run down sort of a night, and I got some sleep. I think I got about 6 hours. So that night, and caught up. Yeah, so, and Joanne, with that pattern doll, I think you've probably got one of the old ones, as I said. I'll email you the new one through. And that was for the 10-inch slice twice. Must have been, could have bought the kit a while ago, and then got a new kit and patterns and different things, I'm not sure. Had the shop open. We've had lots of different people coming through. And yeah, it's been interesting. I've been sewing each morning. Lots of solids have come in, so I'm getting them done. I get one, at the moment I'm getting one a day done. So 100 metres of fabric is getting ironed and cut up every day after I finish in the shop about 1. And we've got some new fabric lines coming through as well. So as I get each one of those finished, you will see them. Let's have a look at 5-inch Pavers. So it's actually behind me. Let me just tilt this up. Now this is only half the quilt. So I made half of it today, and I've got the other half here so I can sew some for you. So it makes up a nice big quilt. All right, so it'll make up a single bed size and everything. And the reason I've got the directions there is because you use the same fabric. We need 5-inch strips, 20 prints and 20 plains. So I've made up some nice new kits. They're on the website and everything. And these are the 2x2 with the light blue, which is the one I'm making behind me. All right, and we're going to use it with the 5-inch strips. So the pattern, you get the pattern with it. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to open up, oh, I thought I dropped something. We're going to open up each of the rolls, and we need 10 of the prints and 10 of the plains. So because there's 2 of each in here, I've got 1 of each out of them. All right, and we're just going to join them together. I had one a little bit prepared earlier because I'm making one. All right, we're going to join them selvage to selvage. It's as simple as that, just 10 of each. All right, selvage to selvage. Then what we're going to do is we're going to cut them into 5-inch increments. So what you'll do is you'll cut them up into the 5-inch increments. Okay, all of them. So you'll have 10 sets all cut up with the different prints at the top. The other 10 of the 5-inch strips in the prints and the other 10 in the plains, you're going to cut them up into 9.5 inch. All right, so just come straight up into a 9.5 inch, because this is so easy to put together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the machine down, the camera down to the machine. So let's see if I can do this without making you spill your drinks. Here we go. Here we go. Turn it a little bit that way. All right, so here's the ones that I've just cut as a 5-inch, and we're going to take, and it doesn't matter if it's a print or a plain one, and I'm just going to put it across the bottom or top, because it doesn't matter either end. All right, I'm just going to sew it straight down here. All right, yep, you can see that, okay. I've got the camera on a little bit of a different angle, hoping it works a little bit better for you. All right, and what you'll end up with is a block that looks like that. So you're going to have a block that's got one big piece and two little pieces. So it's like two 5-inch squares, and well, it's not because you've cut them 5-inch that way, where they're 9.5 here, and that's the 9.5. All right, so you're going to end up with some blocks with the solid color across here. Where's another one? Let me put another one on. All right, because I've been making it, I have actually put all the print ones on, but I'll show you the blocks. So I'm just going to do that. Now, when you iron them all towards the print. All right, and there is a reason for that, and I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so we're just going to sew it down. 3/4 inch seam. I do again give them an iron. Here I'm just going to finger press these two because I haven't got all the others cut from there. All right, and you've got them, and that's your blocks. So you're going to end up with 40 with a plain block, and you're going to end up with 40 with a print block. So see, this one has got the print big piece and then the two smaller pieces here. All right, and they're all different because we've done the different, using the different prints. There's 10 different prints in here. So then when to lay it out. Now, how you lay it out, this is where your imagination can go wild, or you can actually just follow what I do. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually, so on the pattern itself, you can see, oh, that's a bit glary. Let's go down that way, there we go. So this dark blue is actually your 9.5-inch piece. So it'll go to the bottom, and then on this block, it's on the top. Okay, so that's one way of laying it out. All right, this one that I'm putting together now, let's put them on that pile. And I'm putting this together like the stepping stones. So if you haven't seen the stepping stones method that I do, I actually don't cut the threads when I'm putting them together. But this has, so this one has, up on the one on the wall, I've done 5 rows with 8 across because you'll get 10 rows down. All right, so this has got 5 rows on it. And you can see, let's get rid of them, we don't need them there, coming off. So here we've got the 9.5-inch in a plain, then there's a 9.5-inch in the print, and the next one's a 9.5-inch. So on this row, they're all at the top, and on this row, we've got the 9.5-inch opposite, so it's a print, and plain and print. So this has got the 5 rows on it. So I've just put 2 together. So the next row across will be a plain one at the top. So it will go here. Okay. Now you can mix them up. They're the 2 rabbits, but it's 2 different colours. And the reason you iron it towards, when you iron these ones, once you've done them, right? So on the smaller ones, you iron it towards the print. But when you put the bigger piece on, iron it towards the bigger piece. Okay, because when you put it beside it, because the bigger piece is on the bottom, the bigger piece is on the top here, that means that the ironing seam is up this way and this one's down, so we can nest them together. So if you're not sure what nesting is, we will nest it together. See if I can get that close enough and in the light properly. All right, and they actually lock in. So then I'm just going to sew it down. All right, let me put that on there. Here we go. I'm going to sew this down so the seam goes up and the one on the bottom goes down, and you can actually feel it as you're putting it in. You can feel them just lock in together or nest together. All right, and this is where I then go, stop, do not cut the thread. Okay, let me just move these out of the way so they don't fall off. So then I go to the next row. So here's my next row where I haven't cut the thread. All right, and this one has the big plain piece at the bottom. So the one beside it needs to have the big print beside it this way. And what I'm going to do is pick one that hasn't got one of the prints beside it. See, that's the one that's going to be above. Okay, so I'm going to pop him in there. And again, it's going to nest because I've put the seams, I've ironed them towards the bigger piece of fabric. All right, so that just goes down. Do not cut the threads. We're not cutting them yet. And what I'll do is look at the next one. So here's my next row where I've got the big blue, the big print. So this needs a big blue one up here. So if we put the big blue one here, Oh, there's the rabbits matching again. Let's pick a different one. Oh, look, here's some unicorns. All right, oh, that's a blue unicorn. This is my OCD coming in. I can't put that beside it. All right, so there we go, my OCSD, my obsessive compulsive sewing disorder. All right, so we're going to match again. This is the big print. This is the big plain one. Pop him in there. It will nest in and sew it down. All right, seams are matching. Do not cut the threads. We've got 2 more, and then I'll show you how I put the rows together. All right, so we look again where this row has the big print at the top, the plain one at the bottom. So we need a big print one up the top here. So let me go to my pile. Yeah, this one's a bit different. All right, so in this, if it was, because you can open it up and have a look and see that one's got the blue unicorn, so there's no blue unicorns on here, so it'll be fine to put it on there. All right, I'm going to put this in here. Again, those have locked in. You actually do it on the bench here and put it together. I've got one more after this. All right, so we're going to put that together. Gosh, you're all concentrating. There's no questions. All right, so we've got the big plain, the big print. So we need a big plain one up here. And what have we got? Let's get something completely different. Oh, here we go, giraffes. We haven't had giraffes. They're up in that one. That's okay, he's way up there. And that print, the big plain one, goes up the top there. I'm going to lock him in like this. Yeah, there we go. It's locked in. And there we go. So what I've done, who is that? Oh, Joanne, you love my machine. I know, that's actually very slow. Hi, Raylene, how are you? I can show you one day how fast it does go if you game. All right, so this has now got 3 blocks across. The quilt actually has 8 across and 10 down. So I'm making it as 2 halves. So this is 5 down. Okay, but when I get the other 5 over here, because I have not cut these bits of thread, this will go over and I'll be able to nest where that thread is. I can nest those seams together, right, and just sew straight down the row the whole thing. Okay, so that's when you don't cut the threads. If it's a bit too big and bulky, you can always do them just as you normal, put them in rows and that sort of thing, because it's what you like doing. Okay, so you've got to do what you love doing. And honestly, that's all it is to put this one together. So let me move you back up. Oh, and around that way. Let's go back up here. All right, so you can see the quilt behind me. That's actually the 5 rows going down this way. So I'm going to add, oh, no good point for there. That's the 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the other 5 rows will go on the end. It is easy, Carol, and they all nest together. And you know what I love? See how this now has this little pattern. Oh gosh, I'm doing this backwards and in the camera. See this little pattern here? Where am I going? This one. Okay, so see how it comes in here and it's got the little crossy things, and it sort of gives that extra little different pattern in there, and you haven't made it up at all. All right, so that will have another 5. So it actually makes a quilt 72 by 51. So 51 inches by 72. There are kit scale. They're on there, because guess what? And this is the beauty of it. Same kits as directions. And that's why I've got the directions quilt here. So under the, hi Helen. Oh, yeah, everyone else is okay. Hopefully everyone else's internet's all right. You can always rewatch it, Helen. That's the beauty of these things. As I said, you can always stop me, start me, pause me, rewind me, or delete me when you rewatch it. Yeah, they're under the directions one. So I've now changed the directions kit. It says directions kit or 5-inch pavers, and then you just tell me which pattern you want for it. Okay, but yeah, it's actually the same as the directions fabric. All right, you get a much bigger quilt because the directions uses a bit more fabric because you're making the triangles and they all fold in and there's extra fabric on it. So I've made up some kits. You've got this kit with the 2x2 with the light blue. Okay, I've done an I Spy one with the green. All right. Who's loving the origami? Good on you, Karen. Love your work. You got one made before me. I love that bullseye with the brown. But we've got the origami with the tan, and I've put the origami with the grey. Okay, because I've got some grey in again now. There's the grey. We've got a country checks, which will look really nice. Could you imagine those country checks in this little pattern in here? It would look really nice with the beigey colour. And good old black and whites with black. Who loves a black and white quilt? Me. All right. And for our purple lovers, black and white with purple. Can you imagine purple coming down through with the black and white in here? Oh, that would look amazing. Let me turn this way. What else have we got? We've got the good old cats and dogs with teal. Yeah, me too, Joanne. I'm a purple person. All right, with the teal. You've got another origami that I've put with black. Me again, yeah. And guess what? I found one marble batik and I've put it with the purple. All right, so the marble batik with the purple. So they're all listed up on the website. Okay, and they will be there. They're 85 or 90 because you've got a lot more fabric in these. All right, with your 5-inch strips in a solid colour. Not selling them on their own at the moment. They're just in the kits. All right, I will be having the multicoloured ones soon, and that's when Candy Squares comes out, ladies. So Candy Squares is now not far away. How good's that? I'm working really hard this week to try and get it out by next Saturday for you. Okay, because that means doing 100 metres of fabric every day, having the shop open, run on the website, and I'll get there. Okay, and get some new patterns done and everything as well. So, do you like that 5-inch Pavers? It's a really quick one. Just a quick question. Can you do a log cabin queen quilt as a kit as you go? Log cabin. Yeah, well, log cabin, it depends. Saving pennies, no worries, Joanne. Helen, with that, darling, it depends on what size you want your log cabin strips. So if you want them as a 2.5-inch strip or a 1.5-inch strip, or if you want them as a combination. Because when you do one side with a 2.5-inch strip and one side with a 1.5-inch strip, you actually get a bit of a curve through the curved log cabin. All right, so I did do a YouTube on some log cabins not long ago. You can have a look at that. And Helen, I'm quite happy to accommodate with whatever. Just let me know and I'll work out how much you will need for each one. If you want it cut up, let me know and I can cut it for you. And yeah, I'm happy to do that. Okay, so see what colours you want, see what's there, and I can make a kit up for you easy. Because log cabins are everywhere, the patterns are everywhere. It's just what sizes you want in the strips. Okay, but log cabins are fun. I love log cabins. As you all know, I did that little miniature one. It's sitting around here somewhere. You may not have seen it, some of you new people in there. So this is a log cabin with 16 pieces, and that's only 1.25 inches square. So that's 1.25 inches square. Made that one. The other keyring one I've got here is a little heart. Watching on my TV instead of the phone, so much better. And you see more. Oh, wonderful, Ruth. Geez, you can probably see my rosacea and my rosy cheeks because I'm quite warm in the shop and I go out the back and it's a bit chilly. All right. So, yeah, these are little tiny miniatures I did on the sewing machine with paper piecing. Okay. Many years ago when I had a life. Now, there's lots and lots of other things to do. Yeah, hubby watches with you too, Joanne. Yeah. It's nice to have them there, and I really appreciate everybody sharing and watching and just enjoying having a little chat and saying hello to everybody. So don't forget, let's all say hi to Margot. She's had to work tonight and everything. Mum's there as well. And any questions, anything else you'd like to know about the 5-inch Pavers? How good are these kits? All right, so yeah, they make up to a really beautiful quilt, a nice and big one. As I said, 51 inches by 72. All right. Yeah, the minis, April. I was a miniatures person. Loved making miniatures. With the pre-cuts, we're sort of a little bit thing. Do you have blacks, whites, and silver colours? Okay, just in your solids, Helen, I've got, and black and whites, I've got black and whites in a one here. I've got another black and white range out the back. That I'll be cutting up, and it has a little bit more greys in it. So it's black and white and greys. So if you can hang off about a week or so, I'll have that one all cut up. What I might do is I'll put out the swatches first to you, and if you want it in a different size, just so we've got size 2.5 inch or 1.5 inch, and I'll cut them for you. Because they are limited and I only bring in a certain amount of the fabric, and I get a certain amount of cuts from them, because once they're gone, as you guys know, and then I bring different ones in. So I keep turning over the different fabric as quick as I can cut it, which sometimes can get a bit slow when I've got so many solids to cut as well. But yeah, and designing. So yeah, definitely Helen can work out with that, because what have we got there? Blacks, whites and silvers. So silvers come in the greys. 5-inch solids. Okay, so Joanne, they're just in the kits at the moment on their own. They're $40, right? That's why it adds to the kit. I don't do them as a standard one for sale at the moment. The multi-solids, when they come out, they've got 23, because you'll get one of each colour, because I do them in lots of 23. And they were $45. Okay, so they're coming. They're coming. If you want a special 5-inch strip set in a special colour that I've got, let me know. I can cut it up for you. But they are $40. All right. For 20 strips of the 5-inch. Okay, so they come up to $40. How good are the solids? They're all starting to come through. Marbles are getting printed now, so that's nice. They'll be coming through soon as well. Well, I shouldn't say soon. They're about 6 weeks away. They're still got to come over by boat with the marbles, but I will be taking pre-orders for those once I get the samples here. I'll put them up for pre-orders, and there'll be specials for the pre-orders on the marbles that are coming. Okay. Yeah, plains, not a problem, Joanne. Just let me know what colour you need cut, and I'll cut them into 5-inch strips for you. That's easy. All right. I might start listing them on the website. It's just one of those things. I haven't put them as a standard thing that I do, but I might start doing that. It's just adding something else to it, but I can do that. All right. So 5-inch pavers, guys. That's a new one for Weekend Workshop. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it. It is easy to do. Now, as I was putting this one together, you know, where I don't cut the threads, if you want to see the whole quilt put together, there's done. All the quilt, go to have a look at the Stepping Stones video. It was quite a while ago, but there's a Stepping Stones video that I think I've put it in the Weekend Workshop playlist on the YouTube. It will show you how to do it with the 5-inch squares. Okay, I need to make some more Stepping Stone kits, because we're down to 1, I think, on there. I know, Gail. I'm waiting for all of them. I'm so waiting for all of these marbles to come. It's been a long time. They do have to print them. I am getting 1.3 tonne of fabric coming. So it's coming over by boat. But once it's printed, I will, and he sent the samples, I will get them on and we will pre-order them. There'll be some specials on for pre-orders. And once it hits here, I will be selling them by the metre as well. Okay, so it won't be just pre-cuts. There will be pre-cuts with your 10 colours, 40 strips, 20 strips, whatever, but they'll also be sold by the metre. Okay, so I'll be doing that with only the marbles, just the marbles, but they're really cute. All right, if you look back on a few videos, I gave you a sneak peek of some of them. No, actually, Joanne, not quite slow boat. They get over in 3 weeks, which is not too bad. It takes them 3 weeks to print them. So I'm just waiting for them to get printed at the moment. They're in process now because I had to order the special colours. Well, Jane, the beauty of this, these ones come over in rolls, so I don't have to iron them. The ones I get now come over in boxes, so they're not on rolls, so I do have to iron those. But these ones come over, I don't have to. It's just a whole lot of heavy lifting. Like 83 rolls, I don't know where I'm going to put them. But yeah, but you know, it's where I know you guys love marbles. I love the marbles. I can't get them anymore from another supplier I had. So I've got my manufacturer making them for me. So we're going to get these really nice marbles in. All right. So yeah, it's excitement plus, but also, be worth. They are dizzy. It's killing me waiting for them, telling you. I just have to wait and I have to pick them up from the wharf in Brisbane. So I've got to get over the border somehow. But I will, because I'll go and collect them. So Yeah, marbles are coming. They are. But you know what will come first? Candy squares. It's happening. We're going to have all those solids cut out and ready for candy squares, and I'm pushing and hoping to get it by next Saturday for you. Okay. The other thing that's going to happen is tonight I'm sitting up in bed with the laptop, and I will be getting that video on masks out for you. 3 different types of masks to make. I get a break from ironing only, Jane. Yeah, I get a break from the ironing, but I don't get a break from the cutting and all that sort of thing. It is exciting, Joanne. Yeah, they're going to look amazing. I can't wait to make up every quilt that I've got patterns for and then design more with them because they're such a nice and it's the same manufacturer that makes my solids. Okay, so it'll be the same fabric that the solids are on, that all the marbles will be printed on, so you'll have the same quality fabric on those. Okay. Yeah, Anne-Marie, there is a sneak peek. A few weeks ago I gave one on a sneak peek, can't remember which video it was, but it has a sneak peek of the marbles of what's coming. So yeah, there'll still be lots of ironing still, Sue, because I still get other fabrics over in boxes as well that I do have to iron. They don't come in rolls, but it's just how I can get them in at the moment with everything that's going on in the world, and I hope we're all staying safe. So anyone in Melbourne, stay safe. Anyone in Sydney, stay safe. Happy sewing. We enjoy our sewing, and thanks for sending through all those all the organza bags are coming back. All your show and tells, my sharing time, this is fantastic. Last quiz night I think was the sneak peek. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, thank you, Gail. I love the quality of my solids, even the print ones. They're just all a really nice quality, and that's why I stick with this one manufacturer. I did actually, my fabric, Helen, comes from Thailand. I have a manufacturer over there that makes them. I've actually been to the factory. That was about 2 or 3 years ago. I went to his factory, and it was like a kid in a candy shop, telling you. Double my shop was his sample room. Yeah, Yvonne, we're all waiting with bated breath, honey. It's coming. Was his sample showroom. And in the middle was a table with all these swatches of samples of fabric. And I said, oh, what are they doing there? He said, oh, it's ready for my workers to sort them out. I said, I'll work for free just to play in all these samples. Oh, it was so good. But I saw his factory. He uses recycled water. His staff, he's happy. They're all lovely Thailand people. Cream solid soon, and he was out of them on the 2 weeks ago, so I'm gonna check with him again because I'm almost out of white as well. So white and cream I'm just waiting on. Oh, thanks, Jane. Yeah, it's one of those things. Nothing's made in the US, nothing made here. We grow the cotton, send it over. But I found this guy 8 years ago, and he is just amazing at making it the quality, because I gave him the quality that I wanted, and he's come up with these with this, and it's perfect. And they're reactive dyed. So I think I did one long time ago about fabrics. If they're reactive dyed or pigment dyed, there's no pre-washing necessary because of the way they dye it. Okay, so none of these need any pre-washing, okay, because of the way they're dyed. He does, every now and again, I notice if I get this light blue in again, it might be slightly different shade, but that happens in the dyeing process, and it is one of those things that just happens because it may be, you know, a month or 2 months before I order the next roll, and it's just changed a slight bit. All right, sometimes you can notice it, sometimes not. So, yeah, you know, that's just something that happens that I try to keep it as close to, but not. But yeah, the cream, Anne, is on back order. It is there. I have it. Happens in all fabric, does Anne? Yep. So the cream and the white I'm working on. I'm just waiting for him to get them back in stock. But I've got all the yellows. The 2 yellows arrived the other day. I got 6 different colours arrived. 1 box yesterday, 2 boxes the day before. Haven't quite cut them because I hadn't cut out everything from before. What have we done? We've done green, the bright green, the grey, and oh, there was another colour I did. As I'm cutting them, I'm updating the website with all the quantities and keeping them red, purple, black. They're all back in. So they're all starting to get back up to where I need them to be. It's taking me a while, but I'm getting there. Okay, and we will get there. Definitely will get there. It is only me, and yeah. But it's a matter of just getting them cut, and I stay up. And my head is beautiful, warm, with a gorgeous present. Thank you so much, Therese. of a night out in my cold house out the back there. It's like Christmas when I receive your parcels. Oh, thanks, Anne-Marie. I'd want to sleep at that factory. I know. A bit noisy, a bit hot. Thailand's very hot. But yeah, it's a nice place. Yeah. But yeah, no, my head's nice and warm, as you guys saw. Beautiful. Thank you, Therese, for a lovely present. It's perfect. I don't normally put things on my head, but it actually, the beanie actually fit. Not only keeps my head warm, keeps my hair out of my eyes when I'm cutting, because I normally have to tie it back. It is lovely, Sandra. Thailand's a beautiful place. I used to go 3 to 4 times a year. This has stopped, and I probably won't get there next year. But I do have my beautiful manufacturer over there that we talk to, and I ring him. His kids, I've seen him, these kids born, the whole, like grow up and everything. He's got some gorgeous kids, and he's a lovely guy that helps me out a lot with my fabrics. So the marbles are his, and he's making them to my quality that you guys all love. All right, so when we can all go back to Thailand again, you never know, I might take a little group of you over, and we can do a little shopping tour, and I might get him to take us to the factory, but that will be a year or so down the track. We just have to make sure we're all safe. All right. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it over there. I was actually going that much, I was almost speaking the language. Yep, same, no holidays. Yeah, it's a bit hard, Sandra. But I still get to talk to all my manufacturers. I've got one main one, and then I've got some other suppliers that have the same quality that I use, and I get to talk to them over the phone and everything. So I've still got that opening for it. Shopping to that are fun, Dizzy. I can do that. I just did an order. Can I have the 5-inch Pavers? No, oh, thank you, Ruth. You're in before Joanne. What was that one? I agree, Anne-Marie. Love how Narelle wraps the purchases. Oh, thank you. I love wrapping them up. That was my favourite thing when I was a kid, doing all the books coverings and wrapping up and everything. But I know it's nice to receive a parcel and have something nice. And the ones that anyone bought on Wednesday, you would have noticed you got some extra little labels in there. I put some labels in for everyone that ordered on Wednesday. Fabric shopping. Yes, Joanne. It is a bit fun. I can do one of those. Yeah, we can fab. I'm looking at my phone because it shows all the messages once they disappear off the iPad. So yeah, we can do that, and I can't wait to get back over to Thailand when I can. All right, and if I can, some of you might come with me. You never know. All right. Oh, you weren't quick enough, Anne-Marie, on Wednesday? No, it can get a bit funny. That I did put heaps up. On Treasure Hunt, I put over 20 items in there. I know they did, Anne. Actually, 2 of them were still there almost, I think, a few hours later. Chinatown, yes. Chinatown's great, Sandra. I also have some other special places I go to. My manufacturer's not in Chinatown. He's a different place. But, yeah, I can take you there. Same with me, Anne. Married to... oh, Anne-Marie, I think you meant, Dizzy, yeah. I do try to put as many as I can up. I got 20 items on there. I try to put different descriptions and everything to trick you all up. All right. But some of you are just too quick. The vouchers I sent back for your postage, extra postage. So I hope you got those through. If you paid double postage on things, I did the vouchers on those the other day. On Wednesday, I think it was Thursday. I had to do them after I did that. So yeah. Sometimes they're quick, sometimes they're not. So I get about 20 different things up there on Treasure Hunt Wednesday, and I'll try to keep that happening. So we'll see what happens when the marbles come in. So I'm going to sign off. I'm gabbling on about Thailand and fabric. Oh, with it raining, yeah, Joanne. That was with another lady I took over shopping. I was taking one at a time, and it was fine, and then all of a sudden it started bursting down. I'm more experienced at treasure hunt than some of us. Oh, Jane, maybe I should do a sneaky treasure hunt one. Same with me, Anne-Marie. I was too slow to enter my details and cart was empty. Dizzy, yeah, it is one of those things. It should actually, Dizzy, you've bought off me before, so it should actually remember all your, or maybe you didn't tick the box to say remember all your details. All right, so you can pre-put in all your details. that's why every now and again I do a whole 10% or 20% off everything, so everybody gets a chance at getting something. All right, so that's another reason why I do those. I try to be as fair as possible. I try to hide as much as I can. And treasure hunt, yeah, I do try to hide them. Okay. But yeah, in there, Dizzy, I think you can actually pre-save your information, so then you can just go into cart, and then straight into the checkout. All right, and yeah, night everyone. Yeah, Jane, thanks. Oh, no worries. I hope you like that one. Leave it open too easy. Yeah, there you go. Joanne's giving you all a hint. Sign in with all your details, leave it open while it's on, and then go in and put everything in the cart. Thanks, Joanne. Night, Anne-Marie. Night, Yvonne. Thank you, guys. Stay safe, and I will see you for Treasure Hunt Wednesday. Oh, thanks, Jane. No worries, sweetie. Have a good night. Yeah, you all have one too. Night, Barbara. And thanks for joining in again. I only caught the last 10 minutes, but interesting. Oh, Karen, rewatch me. Just click on the Facebook again when I'm finished and you can rewatch it. No worries, Sandra. Thank you so much. Hope you've learned something. Don't forget to check out the stepping stones if you want to see how that's put together, and the 5-inch pavers. 3 S's. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Stalk me on Facebook or Instagram and share. Night, Gail. Night, Sue. Night, April. Night, Joanne. In a day or so. Yeah, let me know what you want. Marg. Night, sweetie. Night, Raylene. See you later. Night, Mum. And we will all see you on Wednesday for Treasure Hunt Wednesday. Happy sewing, ladies, and stay safe. Thank you.